Hey Charlene, this is Kevin, and I'm here at Bridge Acupuncture with Dr. Melissa and Paris and Tasha. So we are really excited about doing some seated Qigong today. And I really love doing seated Qigong because it's so very important and has so many health benefits. Now, when we're doing it live like this, I always make mistakes, so bear with me. But anyway, let's get started. And I think Dr. Melissa kind of cued me in that you are a caregiver, which is a really tough job. I mean, to care for your mom has a lot of physical and emotional constraints. So big shout out to you for what you do. I want to give you today a couple of hints as to how to keep your body tuned up so you can be that caregiver that your mother needs. So if you can find a seated, comfy place to sit down, your recliner would be great. Then we're going to focus today on shoulders and then the heart, maybe some heart protection. So if you do ever have any doubts, you've got a tool to strengthen your heart. And then a couple of other things. So let's get started. And the way we get started in Qigong is we always start by relaxing and loosening up our joints. We'll start with our toes and our fingers. Let's give them a good wiggle. Then move that shake to our ankles and our shoulders and our elbows and our back and our neck. Sitting in the chair, you can do this in your chair no matter where you are, what time of day. Loosening up is very important because we want that qi and blood and lymph to flow through our body. And if we don't move our body, then we're gonna have like traffic jams on the interstate, especially in our spine, because our spine is the super highway of qi. So we want that lymph and that blood and the qi to flow through our body. So relaxing and opening our joints is so very important to our health and a good Qigong practice. Next, we're going to sink our breath into our belly. We've talked about this before on previous videos, and I know Dr. Melissa, I think, may have shared some of those videos with you, but instead of doing chest breathing, we're going to do belly breathing. On the inhale, let our belly expand, and what that does is drop our diaphragm down, opening up our lungs with so much more volume to bring in fresh air to send to our distal points in our body. So let's relax, open our joints, and sink our breath by letting our belly expand on the inhale. Just like babies breathe. Now you can also try to let your sides expand and your kidneys, your back expand, so your whole lower abdomen, lower dantian, we call it, just opens up and expands on the inhale. And that's a great tool. No matter where you are, you're going to be able to belly breathe, and that just really opens up your body for more oxygen and downregulates any kind of stress and sympathetic nervous response and opens up that parasympathetic nervous system. So relax, open the joints, sink our breath into our belly, and also we're going to move with intent in just a minute rather than force. We're not going to try to force any movement. If it doesn't work or you feel like it's going to hurt, we're not going to do that. We're going to think about, I'm moving this direction. You know, like when you're trying to put your key in your lock, if it doesn't go in, sometimes we get real anxious and then it never goes in. But if we move with intent rather than force, then that lock's going to open. So relax, open our joints, sink our breath, move with intent rather than force. Now we're also going to form what I call the Taiji pole, which is connecting the top of our head. We call this bi-way in acupuncture, connecting that with the heavens. It's just like the top of our head is being held up by the heavens with a string, and then our pelvic floor and our feet connecting us to the earth, so we can allow the energy to flow from heaven to earth and back up, keeping our spine straight And we have a central channel we call the Chong Mai in acupuncture. And that Chong Mai runs from byway, the top of our head, down to our feet into the ground, allowing that earth energy and heaven energy to flow through our body, increasing the chi flow, the blood flow, and just making us feel all around better. So relax, open our joints, seek our breath, move with intent, and find that structure, a good straight structure. Last thing we're going to do is put a smile on our face. Smiling opens up the dopamine channels, the feel-good chemical channels. So as we do Qigong, we're going to put a smile on our face. So I call those the 5 keys to getting ready to do acupuncture. And anytime you sit down in your chair and you want to do a little bit of body movement or Qi movement, then it's good to start off with those 5 keys. So let's move some Qi. We're going to bring our palms towards our heart. Open up our heart center. We're going to let the chi flow out. Chi flows in. I call this flow the 6 directions of chi flow. Chi expands, chi contracts. And the beauty of this flow is that you can create your own chi flows no matter how you feel the chi flowing. If you feel like the chi wants to rise, then you lift your palms towards the sky, gathering heavenly chi, and then you can bring that chi back down to your lower dantian. Chi expands, you're sharing the chi with the earth. Chi flows out, chi flows in, chi rises. Chi falls and descends. We're going to gather earthly chi, bring it up to our heart, push it up to the heavens, blending heavenly chi and earthly chi. Now, from a physical standpoint, a Western standpoint, this really works the 7 muscles in our shoulders. As a caregiver and somebody who is disabled and older, it's very important as we sit in our chair most of the day to move our shoulders, because our shoulders can be one of the first areas to lock up. And a locked shoulder is so very painful. So we want to let the chi flow, create any direction of chi flow. And what we're doing as we let that chi flow is there are 4 muscles right around our rotator cuff. Those muscles essentially hold our arm to our shoulder. And it's very important to keep those muscles flowing, let the chi flow through them. If we don't move our shoulders, then those muscles are going to create a road blockage for chi and blood. And we're going to find out that we have pain in our shoulders and difficulty in moving them. The 3 muscles on top of those 4 muscles are called the deltoids. And the deltoids, we have an anterior deltoid, we have a middle deltoid and a posterior deltoid. And those muscles support the rotator cuff muscles. And it's very important. You would not believe how much benefit just sitting in your chair and moving the chi. Chi flows in, chi expands, chi contracts, chi flows out. Now we're going to bring our palms facing up and rest them on our knee. This next movement is so good. I love this next movement. I call it the microcosmic orbit. You can call it turning the wheel. But what we do is we're going to move the chi from our lower dantian, the base of our pelvic floor. We are going to move that chi up our back, up the spine, over our head, and then back down the rin channel in the front of our body. So up the back channel, which we call the du-mai, or the governing vessel, up through the top of our head. And we do this, we get the chi flowing through our entire body just by having our palms face each palm and creating a water wheel. You can actually feel that chi energy flowing up your spine. You can feel it flowing up your spine, through your head, and then back down the front. What this does is balance what we call yin and yang. Balance is earth, fire, and water energy in our body. Creating good flow throughout our body is so very important to harmonize lymph flow, to harmonize blood flow, keeping that smile on our face, relaxing our body, turning the water wheel. This movement is also, the microcosmic orbit, is great for a meditation flow. I love to do turning the wheel. Whenever I have a question that I don't know the answer to, but I'm seeking answers. You can sit in your chair, don't have to stand up, and you can turn the wheel. You're moving those 7 muscles in your shoulders. You're stretching your back muscles. You're opening up the chi flow in your body. So turning the wheel is just a great Qigong movement. Very old, very traditional workout. Now bring your palms back, facing down on your knees. And this next Qigong flow I call parting the clouds. And I love it. Love to use it whenever I have a question about the future and I don't know what the future holds. Sometimes I'll ask the Kevin of next year, hey, how did it work out? And listen real carefully. But this flow is like a meditation that allows me to seek answers in the future and talk to my future self or talk to the past Kevin and tell the past Kevin of last year, hey, things are working out so good. You'd be so excited about being where you are now. So what we do to start is this point is called Lao Gong, right in the middle of your palm. And you can find it by pressing your middle finger down where your middle finger touches your palm. That is Lao Gong. We call it pericardium 8 point. And it's a very powerful point because it's an energy gate point. But we're going to let Lao Gong face Lao Gong and push our palms forward like we are knifing our way through clouds. Then turn our palms, move the clouds to the side, bring our palms back in. There's still some clouds left. We'll go out, pressing our hands forward, opening the clouds, moving the mist to the side to where we can see better, see what's happening. And you can take this meditative flow and really use it to sit still, let your spirit talk to you about what you need to do and help you resolve those questions. So I love parting the clouds, very symbolic movement for dealing with uncertainty and questions. This flow also is very good for moving the qi and all of the yin and yang channels in our arm, our acupuncture channels in our arm. Very good flow for exercising, moving the qi, getting the lymph and the blood flowing, and also for helping us resolve questions. Now we're going to come back to center, put our palms on our knees, and just notice how the body feels in our shoulders. Feel that qi flow through our shoulders. And I mentioned just a minute ago about the yin and yang channels in the arm. There's 6 different channels that I want to talk about real quick, and you can activate them through your fingers because this is where they end or begin. Now, I like to say that the lung channel is formed by the L and ends in the thumb. So you can always remember that your thumb is part of the lung channel. So if you're experiencing any kind of lung issues, then giving your thumb a little massage is a great way to help assist management of lung challenges. Now, the top of the L, lung, large intestine. It's the largest finger, almost, but I like to think large intestine channels. So if you have any kind of stomach or intestinal issues, then historically Qigong acupuncture has pointed to the pointer finger as a good method of resolving and helping manage those challenges. So you have lung, you have large intestine. The middle finger is the pericardium finger, and pericardium is the protective sac around the heart. So if you ever feel palpitations or any kind of heart shin, sadness or happiness issue, you can massage the top of your middle finger. The ring finger is so very powerful because it acts as the thermostat for your entire body. You have lung, large intestine, heart. those organs are very important. But if you feel an imbalance, like your feet are too cold, your head is too hot, your head is too cold, your middle area is too warm or too hot or too cold, then you can take your ring finger and massage the tip of your ring finger. We call that the triple warmer, and it's going to help regulate and balance out any kind of temperature difference. And then the pinky, to remember, is the small intestine and the heart. It's easy to remember small intestine because it's the smallest finger on your hand. But if you have stomach issues or heart issues even, then the pinky is a really good go-to massage point that's been used for centuries in Qigong and acupuncture. So just a tip there on, you have powerful tools in your tool bag to do Qigong. All right, let's do, the springtime is the time of growth, and we call that the wood season, or the season of wood in 5 elements in acupuncture. So the wood channel is usually thought of as the liver and the gallbladder channels, and they run up the side of the body. So your gallbladder's right here, your liver's right here, and your spleen's over here. And what we want to do is massage those areas, give them a good rub, but I want to show you a really fun Qigong flow that you can do seated that I absolutely love, because we're going to wake up our dragon. Now, put your palms together, and our dragon has been hibernating through the winter, especially since we've been sitting in our recliner chair. But our dragon wants to go out and play, so we're going to very gently start rocking our dragon back and forth. The dragon is very symbolically related to wood, and wood is the element of the liver and springtime and Qigong. And so what this movement does as we move side to side is it begins to massage our liver and our gallbladder, activating what we call the Wei-Yin channels. So our dragon now is woken up and has decided, hey, this is better than a cup of coffee. And it really is in the morning. If you want to forego that cup of coffee, get a glass of water, then move your dragon. You're going to wake up your entire body. Now, the dragon doesn't like to just stay on the ground. It wants to fly. So let's bring our dragon up to the sky. We're moving those deltoid muscles, the upper back, the trapezius, all kinds of muscles. Let that dragon go in spirals. Spirals are one of the most beautiful geometric patterns in the universe. They're so powerful and so energetic. So this flow not only works out the body, but it's going to really activate your psyche and all kinds of energies in your body and your mind. So let that dragon flow. This is a really good exercise to do after you've warmed up your body so you don't pull a muscle. So after you do your 5 keys and parting the cloud and moving the chi in the different directions, you can wake up your dragon. Take your dragon for a swim. Let the dragon go out in front of you. Just let that dragon, think of it as your pet. And it's one of the most wonderful exercises to keep your upper body and your middle body tonified as you sit in your chair throughout the day. Now slowly bring your dragon back down. Let it rest in your lower abdomen. Just hold it in there for a minute. Give it a good smile and say, hey, I'm looking forward to next time when we go out and go for a walk or go for a swim. We're going to put our hands back down on our knees. And our last Qigong flow we're going to do this morning is called prayer wings. I love this. It's a very good heart protection flow. So if you're ever worried and you want some kind of protection around your heart or around anything that's bothering you, protect yourself, then we'll pull our hands together in prayer mudra. Keep our elbows about the same level as our hands. And on the inhale, we're going to open up our arms. Don't push too far back. 70% is a good effort level. You don't want to pull a muscle. On the inhale, exhale, bring our palms back together. Bow forward. Inhale. Open our heart to all the potential and opportunities in life. Exhale. Protect our heart. Inhale. We're going to take advantage of all open doors today. Exhale. We're going to draw a boundary and protect ourselves. Inhale. We'll let the sun come into our life. Exhale. We'll push away darkness. Inhale. We're going to find passion and joy in whatever we do. Exhale. Come back to center. Put your hands on your knees. And thank you so much today for listening in here with us at Bridge Community Acupuncture. As always, may you be blessed and filled with chi. And thank you, Dr. Melissa.
Good.